truth. So the beauty about Vedanta is that it reconciles all the religious paths of the world. It says, yes, it doesn't matter if your favorite deity is Muhammad or it's Jesus Christ or it's Krishna. Vedanta reconciles them all. Vedanta says that if you continue going and you want to get to the truth, whether it is by worshiping your Lord, whether it is by being like a yogi and trying to go deep within and finding your own soul, Vedanta says that you always are going to get to the same answer. That's why Vedanta is so liberal. It's even saying that science, like back in late 1800s, it said that the scientist and the spiritual person will eventually come and shake hands, and there's no need to argue, because at the end of the day, we're all going towards one truth. Okay? So Vedanta says that this truth is called the Brahman. Okay? The Brahman, Brahman, which also means, it's like a Sanskrit word for the, it's like, it means big, Brahman, like it means it's the big one, it's the big existence. It's the fabric, the cause of the universe and of ourselves. The fabric on which everything is built on. The cause of ourselves. What is the cause of our I, our feeling of I? Like if you continue and you search for yourself, who am I? Where am I? You want to find that feeling I, where the feeling I comes from. Not the thought I of who I am, but the feeling that this is I. You search for it deep, deep, deep within, by the process of self-inquiry. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Disregarding all the theories of science or of what they think this. No, but personal realization of finding who you are, so you know yourself. If you continue searching, Vedanta says you will get to the same place as if you were to pray to God and you want to meet God. There is no two. The Brahman is one. It's the ultimate truth of this universe. It's the ultimate truth of the whole existence. It alone exists, and you are that. You are nothing but that. You are nothing but that supreme existence. Vedanta is very encouraging. Also, there's no separate God from you. That you, the real you, is also, it is God. So in the deeper spirituality, it differentiates what we say is a personal God and what is the impersonal existence of God, right? So the personal God, it's when we can see God right in front of us while still being in our own body, in our own mind, okay, seeing God in front of us. It's possible. You can see your deity. For example, you can see Jesus. You can have an image of Jesus. You can have an image of Krishna. You can have it in front of you, and it will be God. That's a personal God. That's still not the ultimate truth, because God is not in the shape of your deity for everyone. It could be for you, right? But if you go to the you want to actually find the nature of Jesus, if you want to find the nature of Krishna beyond this manifestation of them as they appear in their body, but who are they really? You want to know them so personally. You want to know them so much. You want to know their own self. What is the self of Krishna? What is the self of Jesus? See, this is like another level we're talking about. When you dive in to find their consciousness, their awareness, their self, you can't help but also dive into your own consciousness, your own self. Right? In order to understand the self of others, what happens? When you look in the self of others, the looker within you changes. You start looking at them by going deep within yourself until you see the self by the self, until you worship the self by the self, until you worship God by God. Vedanta says, if you want to be a true person of faith, a true person of spirituality, if you want to really worship God, you have to do it from a place of God. You cannot do it from a place of body, mind. You could, up to a certain point, and that's where you can revere Christ, you can revere Krishna, right, as a separate being, yes, that is very good spirituality, very, very high. It's a realization of its own. But if you want to get beyond this, if you want to get liberated, so the stage of enlightenment actually happens beyond that. It happens when you go to know this, who is God for real, who is God for real, like their essence of God. To do that, we have to go to the essence ourselves. We cannot just look at the ocean of water from the outside. We have to dive in and we have to dissolve in the ocean. We have to become the water, and then we can really know the water. We can really know the ocean.